He said, yeah, I was making a lot of money, but I had no time to spend it with my family. He said, we all know the person that has no money at all, but all the time in the world. Then we know the other person that has all the money, but no time. He said, I wanted time freedom and money freedom. How do you get that? The beautiful industry of network marketing. Okay. What I love about this industry is not only is it scalable, you can leverage your income. So you can leverage other people. So your income isn't dependent on your own skill set. That's what I loved about it. And so I'm thinking to myself, if this doctor, this self-made millionaire from a doctor went to school for, I don't know, 7, 8, 9 years, opened up his clinic. Okay. So he's already a few $100,000 in debt from school. Then he buys this office space and goes another $500K in the hole. And then he has to climb out of that hole by getting patients. Then he had to go sell his services in gyms or wherever to get clients in there. And he's like, I did that for years. It was fun, but I wanted to be able to spend time with my family. He's got 3 daughters, and that resonated with me, even though at the time I didn't have kids. But I was like, dude, I wanted to find a way to have freedom. And here's what I love about this industry. You can be your own boss. You can choose your own hours. You can work from wherever you want to, from the palm of your hand. You got the entire world in the palm of your hand. That's why we have teams all over the world, right? You can make as much or as little as you want, depending on how much effort you want to put forth. The tax benefits. I'm not I'm not an accountant. I'm not a CPA, but I will tell you this. The tax advantages of having your own home-based businesses or a business is so worth it. It's unbelievable. Just for that alone, everybody should have their own home-based business, just for the tax advantages you get. And so it's a laundry list of reasons of why I love this industry. Is it easy? No, it's not easy. It's a business, and freedom isn't free. It takes time, effort, and energy, just like anything. But I said, if I'm going to work hard at something and bust my ass at something, I want the juice to be worth the squeeze, right? And so my mentor told me, he's like, listen, what do most people do? 40 hours a week, 50 hours a week, 60 hours a week. Why don't you just go get 10 people to give you 4 hours a week? And now you just replaced yourself. And so when I was on stage at convention in Arizona, I'm thinking to myself, when you show people this information and some people are like, oh no, I'm good, man, or whatever the case is, if they don't sign up, I literally think to this day, 10 years later, I'm like, what did you just watch? Because when I saw this, I was like, I just got the golden ticket. This is it. This is my way out. I had no other way. How else was I going to get the lifestyle? I wasn't going to be a pro baseball player. I wasn't going to be a rapper. What's my next best option? It's this industry right here. And here's another fun fact for you. Network marketing as an industry does more revenue than the NFL, the music, and the movie industry combined, right? And it's an equal opportunity. It doesn't matter your background, doesn't matter your education, doesn't matter what neighborhood you grew up in. It doesn't matter, what school you went to. It's an equal opportunity. I started from zero, just like everybody else. I have the same back office as everybody else. I have the same CEO as everybody else. And I paid my couple $100 to get started. And I just went out to work. That's it. I just went and got this thing done. And I'm going to walk you guys through exactly what I learned 10 years ago to get where I'm at today. And if I throw out incomes or anything like that, I'll just say there's no guarantees regarding income. Your success or failure depends on your own skill set and personal effort, right? If you don't do anything, you're not going to make any money. I was cool with that. Because if you're willing to plug in for a season, my mentor told me it's a 3 to 5 year plan to financial freedom. He said it's 1,000 days. And he would preach that over and over and over. It's 1,000 days. It's 1,000 days. You know how long it took me to hit Chairman 100? 1,007 days by following this simple system. See, he was making $150,000 a month in my previous company. And my other upline right below him was making 30,000+ a month. And they taught me exactly how to go win at this business. And I didn't try to reinvent the wheel. I just followed their system to a T. And I think that they are qualified to be able to teach me on how to build this thing. They also said, if you've never made $25,000 a month in this industry before, you've never done this yet. So you got to be teachable and coachable. Okay. So here's the first thing that they told me to do. Step number one, if you're taking notes, have fun. Step number one is have fun. The more fun you have, the more money you make. If you look at my Instagram, my wife and I have traveled the world building this business. Literally. We've been to the Dominican Republic. We've been to Grand Cayman. We've been to Mexico countless times, stayed in the nicest resorts. We've been to Paris, Rome, chartered yachts in the Amalfi Coast. We've been to Thailand. We've been all over the world building this business. And when we go out to these different countries, yes, we're doing events. I just went to Cairo, Egypt last month. We're doing events, but we're also having fun. We're getting content. These are tax write-offs. So I get to travel the world, enjoy life, work with dope people, and just do what I love to do anyways, and we can get paid to do that. Again, that's just how much I love this industry. But step number one is have fun. And even just in the US, when I'm running with people, whether it's Tyler or AJ or Mikhail or whoever it is, we're having fun. We're driving around. We're showing people the information. We're going to the gym. We're just living our life, doing what we love to do, and we're adding this into it. Okay. Step number two is know your why. Why are you doing this? Because when there's trials and tribulations, when you're struggling, when you're thinking about, what is this for me? Am I going to be able to push through? Is this something that I even can see myself walking stage doing? Like, am I really going to make full-time income doing this? What's going to get you out of bed every single day is your why. For me, before I ever had kids, and I said this on stage in Arizona, I always said, I'm doing this for my future family. And a lot of the people that know me know, like, I'm always in the future. I'm 5 years in the future, 10 years in the future. And so I always would think, dude, I know I'm going to have kids before I even know it. And I better bust my ass right now for a season just to get this thing done. So by the time I have kids, I can chill out a little bit. I can spend time with my family. But I understand that getting this off the ground, it takes all out massive and immediate action for a season of your life. So if you're on this call right now and you don't have kids yet, I'm telling you, just go tunnel vision for a season. Don't look left, don't look right. If it's not going to get you to where you want to be, cut it out of your life for a season. Know why you're doing this thing. Because like I said, when you're struggling or when you're thinking about maybe giving up, what's going to get you out of bed is that why, right? So for me, it always was, one day I'm going to have kids, we're going to have a family, and I want freedom for them. I want freedom for us. So my wife and I can be stay-at-home parents. I always ask Britt, I said, what is it for you? What's it for you? What's your dream? My dream is to become a top earner in this industry and live a great life. And hers was, she never really could think of anything other than, I just want to be the best mom. And I get it. That's her dream. And she is. She's the absolute best mom on the planet. She's like a super mom. That's what I call her. I mean, it's just, there's another level. And she just wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. And so that was within our goals. I said, okay, I got to go get it done. Okay. So if she's going to be quitting her job at, her $60,000 a year job, and I got to replace that. Let's get it done. So we talked about our goals. We figured out why we really wanted this lifestyle, why we really wanted to win here. And it got me out of bed every single day, focused, hungry, and driven, going after my goals. Step number 3 is be teachable. Okay. Step number 3, if you're taking notes, is be teachable. Again, my mentor said, it doesn't matter if it's your mama or Obama. If they're not teachable, we're not working with them. It's a pain in the ass to work with people that aren't teachable. I can tell you what to do, but if you're not going to listen to me, I'm not even going to tell you what to do. I'm not even going to work with you, because you got to follow my lead. I'm following a very simple system that I didn't create, that the people that paved the path before me at the highest of levels created. And I'm telling you exactly what you're going to need. Okay. So step number 3 is be teachable. Working with thousands of people over the years, you get people like, oh yeah, they'll ask you, hey, what should I do in this scenario? And they'll do the exact opposite. Why'd you ask me in the first place? Everyone wants to do it their own way. It's all good. But you just got to follow, chairman and above lead, whatever they're doing, it's obviously working. So let's get it. Step number 4 is consider the source. I remember I was over at my mentor's house who showed me this industry, and he said, before you leave my house, I want you to consider the source. He's telling that to me because I'm a 22-year-old kid who is about to go out in the world, share this with people. And he knew I was going to start getting some backfire from my parents, from my best friends who told me this wasn't real or wasn't going to work, or don't focus on that crap. So he said, consider the source. If you buy someone's opinion, you have to buy their lifestyle. So be careful whose opinions and whose lifestyles that you're buying. You wouldn't take weight loss advice from someone that's overweight. Don't take financial advice from someone that's broke, right? So step number 1 is have fun. Step number 2 is know your why. Step number 3 is be teachable. And step number 4 is consider the source. Step number 5 is make your list. I know it all sounds pretty basic. And here's what I'll tell you. I have people on this call right now that have been in for literally 12 hours. And so I'm letting them know this is the fast start training that you're going to need to write down on a notepad and take action with. But also there's people on this call that have been in for a few months. There's people on this call that have been for a few years, and you can't hear the basics over enough. Okay, so type in the chat how long you've been in I Am Mastery Academy. 3 years, 1.5 years, 5 months, 1 month, 4 years, 6 months. Let's go. So a lot of people just for a few months, about a week. Let's get it. So this is important information. Okay, so number 5 is make your list. You want to hit Platinum 600, make a list of your top 10 people that know you the best and trust you the most on a piece of paper. On top of that piece of paper, write SW. Some will, some won't, so what? I'm talking your best friends, the people that know you the best and trust you the most, not some random people that you're friends with on Facebook that you've never even met. I'm talking friends and family, that top 10. If you want to hit chairman, make a list of 200 names on a piece of paper. Some of you are like, I don't know 200 people. I promise you, you do. How many friends you got on Facebook, for one? And then you got to start looking through your contacts, right? We call it a phone dump. If I'm going to do a phone dump, when I first got started, you start in alphabetical order. Alfred Anderson. Most people will look at that and be like, oh, I don't know about Alfred. That would be a weird call. See, you got to cut off what people think about you. It doesn't matter. It never mattered to me. I didn't give a rip, because when my wife and I lay our head down on the pillow at the end of the night, it's us against the world. What if they think I'm weird? Who cares? They probably already do. They're not paying my bills. And what if one of these random people that I'm going down this list showing was someone that's like me, that sees this and I've shown people years later, they were on my chicken list, right? And I showed them years later. I'm like, dude, I should have showed him way earlier. And they see the presentation, they'll be like, why have you not shown me this? Where have you been my entire life? I'm thinking to myself, dude, I should have showed you. I'm an idiot. So there's people in your life waiting and praying for an opportunity. You just got to be the one to go show them as fast as humanly possible. So if you want to hit Platinum 600, make a list of your top 10. You want to hit chairman, make a list of 200 names, first name, last name, phone number on a piece of paper, physical, not printing off your Facebook list, okay? Not printing off your Tinder list, AJ, right? Werner, but really on a piece of paper. I'm sure a lot of you have done that already, but maybe you need to make a new list. Number 6 is enroll your easy ones. Okay, enroll your easy ones. Everyone's got a couple easy ones they can go put in right away. For me, it was my buddy AJ and my wife Britt, first 2 people right off top. And number 7 is invite to your launch event. Invite to your launch event. If you've been in for a while, you can, the cool thing about this business is it's your business and you can start over when you want to. Invite to a new launch event. Say, hey bro, I know I already reached out to you. We just left Glendale, Arizona, new event, just launched stocks. Bro, I'm telling you, I screwed it up the first time I invited you. And I apologize to you for that. But I'd be doing you a disservice if I didn't reach out to you one more time and have you hop on this call and listen in to see what we're doing. I'm telling you, I promise you it'll be worth it. That's just what I did. I just reached out to people again and said, hey, I fumbled the ball the first time I reached out to you. You gotta hop on this call. I promise you'll be worth it. So what's your launch event? Number 7 is invite your launch event. What is a launch event? A launch event is where you invite your closest friends and family over to your living room, or like everybody's doing it nowadays, to the Zoom calls. When I first got in, there was no Zoom. It was all inviting people to a living room or to a back room at a restaurant, right? Whatever we could find. But we all did our launch event. I just posted 10 years ago, I did my very first presentation, live presentation in my in-laws basement with like 15 people. That was my very first launch event. I would probably guess that most people on this call have probably never even done one. Your own personal launch event where you have a platinum 600 or above, hop on that call, come to that living room with you and do the presentation with you. Okay. So if you haven't done one, you should probably do it. And if you have, you can run another one. Okay. So have fun, know your why, teachable and coachable, consider the source, make a list, enroll your easy ones, and invite to your launch event. Okay. And everybody that you enroll, they're going to fall in to one of these categories. And I learned this from my previous mentor. He talked about this, and I learned exactly how to build this business from him. He said they're going to fall into one of these categories: a build through, a build with, or a build for. Okay, if you're taking notes, a build through, a build with, or a build for. Okay, so the first one is a build through. Listen, when you get someone started, urgency is key. They know nothing. I feel like a lot of people in this, especially in the trading space, it's like we're gonna let them decide what they want to do. When I get people started, this is exactly what I do. I say, here's how you set up your trading account. Here's when the next trading call is. Go through the basics on the academy. Here's how you navigate to that. But what we can do, even if they tell me I just want to trade, but what we can do right away is everyone can get a couple easy ones. Who's the first couple people that you can get started just because you're doing it? Let's invite them to our next call at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we get people getting their 2 and 3 like crazy. We create a duplication factory. This business is built off speed. When I get someone started, it's like the clock starts at 48 hours. I got 48 hours with this my new customer that just got started that is excited. And I want to help him get a win right away. Okay? This business is like a jet taking off the tarmac. If you're a pilot, you understand what I'm saying? You can't go 30% and get off the ground. That jet has to go 100% for a season. But once that jet's off the ground, it's soaring through the air. It uses most of its fuel just in the takeoff. And that's why when my mentor's talking about 1,000 days, it's 1,000 days of all out action. You have to spend most of your fuel just on the takeoff. Okay, so this business is built off of speed. So when I get someone started, say I get AJ started, hey bro, welcome to the team. This is how you set up your trading account. Here's how you navigate to the academy. What we can do right away is let's get your 2 and 3. Who's the first couple people that you know you can get started just because you're doing it? Also, make your list of 10 people that know you the best and trust you the most. When can you do when can we do your launch call? I got tomorrow, I got Thursday open or Friday at 5. What works best for you? And when I'm talking to AJ, we're setting it up. He doesn't know any different. I'm showing him, if I showed him, hey, we show three presentations a week around here, that's all he would know. And he might just do one. They're not going to do 9 times out of 10, they're not going to do as much as you say or as much as you do. Right? So they only know what you're telling them. So that's why I feel like over the years, I've been able to recruit some decent people, is because I'm hustling, I'm grinding. So when people get started, they don't know anything else other than, bro, we hang out at Starbucks 15 hours a day. And when that closes, we go to McDonald's and we sit there because they have Wi-Fi and they have food. And that's just what I did. And we did presentation after presentation after presentation. And I want to show AJ's hot market. I want to get into his life and show the people that know him the best and trust him the most. If you bring me 10 of your hot market, guess how many people I'm going to sign up? We'll get 8 of them. 8 out of 10 all day long. But if AJ's bringing me random people that he's never built a relationship with, I'm going to get 1 out of 10. That's cold market. In cold market, you can just replace the word cold and put slow. That is slow market. And I don't do slow market. All we want to do is show people fast, the people that know you the best and trust you the most. Okay, so now we're going to tap rip. I don't wait on AJ. If AJ gets started and he's chilling, because you know what it is, when you're signing people up, you're like, hey bro, let's show people, hey, I'm kind of busy today, or yeah, I'm just going to focus on trading. I can't force people to show people. What I'm going to do is I'm looking for that next person. Again, I got 48 hours to keep his excitement up. So I'm going to try to get him a win right away. If he has people to show him, I'll go instantly. Let's go show those people. If not, I'm going to go dig for another one. Right? So I'm going to go find another person. I'm going to put it under AJ. I'm going to say, congrats on the growth of your business. He's going to be like, what are you talking about? Well, it's 12 to platinum 600, but now you only need 11. Oh, congrats again. I just got another one. Now you only need 10. And he's like, dude, oh my gosh, well, this is crazy. Yeah, 10 people pays you $7,200 a year. And we don't leave money on the table. Let's go get them ASAP. So AJ hits up his best friend, Matt. Matt gets started. Check this out. I'm not sitting with AJ anymore. I taproot. Most people, when they sponsor someone or when they enroll someone, that person becomes their main focus. And they sit there with them and like, I'm going to make you a chairman. Yes, I got my chairman. And then they celebrate. They hang out. They got one. Professionals or amateurs work with their personals. Professionals build through. Right? So AJ just got Matt. I'm getting into Matt's life ASAP. If there's one thing I could have done different over the years, if there's anything I would have changed to go faster, is I would have dug down more and built more relationships. And I know all of the chairmen on this call would say the exact same thing. We're talent scouts. I'm looking for talent. I'm looking for the aces, but I'm not there every single day for every single exposure. Right? Everyone building out there around the world, I can't be there for every single person and personally one-on-one mentor everyone. But when I bring in AJ and he brings in Matt, I'm getting in Matt's life. And I'm saying, hey, welcome to the team, buddy. Here's how you set up your trading account. Here's how you navigate to the academy. What we can do right away is let's get your 2 and free. Who's the first couple of people that you know you get started just because you're doing it? Then make your list of 10, top 10 people that know you the best and trust you the most on a piece of paper. First name, last name, phone number. Top of that list, write SW. Some will, some won't, so what? Boom. I'm free Thursday or Friday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Let's do your launch event. And now we're getting the ball rolling. And I'm teaching these people how to work fast, right? If Matt doesn't have someone to show, I'm still digging. I'm looking for that next person and the next person. Because guess what? What I've seen over the years is I'd put in 15 personals and I'd be thinking to myself, is anyone going to do anything? Has anyone felt that way? Like, is anybody going to do anything? Or is it all me? Is this whole thing me? I got to go put in 5,000 personals to get to Chairman 100. But the cool thing for me was my mindset. I was positive no matter what. And I said, if I got to put in 500 active personals to get Chairman 10 done, I will. Why? Because I have to eat. I got a family to feed. I have no other option. Give yourself no other option and see what happens. I made this my plan A right out of the gate. I quit my job and I did this full time right out of the gate. I had no clue what I was doing, but I didn't care. I was like, dude, if it is to be, it's up to me. And I'm just going to go crazy with this thing. And if you have that mentality where you're going to go put in 500 or 5,000 personals with or without anybody, watch people come into your life and turn into purebred hustlers. That's what's going to happen. Okay. So I'm a talent scout. I'm looking for the aces. Most people enroll someone and they try to be the magician and say, who would you be, be an ace, right? Abracadabra, be an ace. That's not how this works. You have to show them how to work. You got to keep flipping the cards. Most times when you personally enroll someone, that's not the ace. You got to get, while they're excited, you have to taproot through their network and find that ace. And so that's the build through, right? So now I'm building through. Even though AJ is an ace, he's the build through in this specific scenario. And now we go down, we find the build with. Say that build with. Say Matt signs up Tyler Sorensen, Chairman 10 in my organization. Say he's the build with, which he is, right? What does it look like when you find an ace? Type in the chat, what are some qualities that these aces have? They're coachable, self-sufficient, they're all in, desire, right? Excited, influence, teachable, consistent. Exactly. So step number 1 is a burning desire. The starting point of all achievement is what? Think and Grow Rich, chapter 1. The starting point of all achievement is desire. Step number 1 is desire. Step number 2 is work ethic. They got to have that hustle muscle, right? Step number 3 is be coachable. And number 4 is credibility with their contacts. I'm telling you, if you find someone with those 4, you show them how to work. You put them in your passenger seat, you take them right to Best Buy, you buy them a clicker, and you show them how to work. That's what I did. Check this out. So I'd go pick up Tyler. He'd sit in my passenger seat. I have my laptop. I have my clicker. I said, let's go do a launch event in your living room. Invite the people that know you the best and trust you the most. We do a launch event right off of his TV with my HDMI cord, my clicker, my computer, my presentation. I would show him how the presentation works. I would teach him how to do the intro, and I would do the rest. All I said was edify the crap out of me, so I'm not just some Joe Schmo. And when I say a joke, you laugh, right? If I say raise your hand, raise your hand. That's it. The second presentation, I would make sure he had it on his computer, and I make sure he had a clicker. He does the front half, I do the back half. That third presentation, he does both, and I can close it out and share my story at the end. And here's the reason why, because I'm looking for some build fors, people that are going to build for you. See, over the last 10 years, when I bring my laptop, when I bring my HDMI cord, when I bring my clicker, every single time, and I leave a market, what do you think they're waiting for? They're waiting for me to come back with the stuff. They're waiting for me to come back with the computer, with the clicker. No, you get that. You're the leader. I'm going to show you how to get it done. People are scared to do the presentation. Guess what? I was freaking out more than I could ever tell you to do my first presentation. Whether my first one-on-one, freaking out. My first live event at a back room at a restaurant, freaking out. Living room presentations, awkward. I was freaking out. Trainings like this, I was freaking out. If you do it enough times, it eventually goes away. That's what they always told me, and eventually it did. Years. It took me years. I'm way worse than everybody else, I can promise you. But that's just the deal. So when I get a build with somebody that has that desire, somebody that has the work ethic, somebody that's coachable, and somebody that has credibility with their contacts, I move in with them. I wish Britt was here. She could sit down and tell you. When I found build withs, I wouldn't even be home. When I enrolled McHale, I wasn't even barely home. I was home from like 3 a.m. to 8 a.m. That was it, those hours. I would go show people all day, Panera Bread, Starbucks, restaurants, McDonald's, and we'd be showing people all day long. And on my way home, I literally had to, I'm so bad at driving at night, so I would just start falling asleep at 2 a.m. I remember I'd have to pull over all the time at the exact same spot from Burnsville to Stillwater. I'd fall asleep at West St. Paul. I'd have to pull off into a church parking lot, and I'd be sleeping in that parking lot. And I'd sleep for like 30 minutes. I'd wake up. I'd be like, all right, I got one final stretch home. And I would do that over and over and over again. I didn't want McHale out of my sight. The dude had the hustle. The dude had the credibility. We had more people to show. And I wanted him to see how we do this thing. We go fast, because that is how this is built. Most people are like, I'm going chairman. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm chairman. And they do one presentation a week, or they just wait for their upline to do the overview. It's not how it was for me. I never waited on my uplines, ever, or my sidelines or my downlines. Matter of fact, I would go hang out with my team, but if they didn't have anyone to show, I'd be off doing my own presentations. I have to eat. My family has to eat. There's no other option, right? So when you find a build with, you put them in your passenger seat and you show them how to run, because now when they find build withs, they're going to identify them and they're going to go show them the exact same thing. And it's a duplication process of leaders, because you're looking for build fors. Because if you can teach people how to teach, you can go to the beach. That's one thing. That's a line my mentor used to use. When you teach people how to teach, you can go to the beach. That's what I love about this industry, is it's leverage. And you can leverage other people. You can teach them and leverage and scale it. The website's built for you. The marketing is built for you. The comp plan is built for you. The corporate structure is in place. All I got to do is put people in the system. And then he told me this. He said, if you want to win big here, the runners, the chairmans, the elites, they show 3 presentations a day. It's like eating. They do just like 3 meals a day. They show 3 presentations a day. If you're on a run, if you want to go put in 1,000 people in the next 90 days and change your life, go show 5 presentations a day. You'll know you're on a run when you do so many presentations that at the end of the night, you have no voice. That's just how it is. Okay. And so that was my main focus, is I'm just digging and I'm taprooting and I'm looking for other leaders and I'm flipping the cards. And most of the cards you're flipping are just, a 2, a 8, a 10, a jack. But eventually you find that ace. And the cool thing about this business is all you need is 3 aces, 1 ace for each leg, and it is pay day. And so I I got stuck at chairman 10 for 2.5 years. And I started contemplating, I'm like, dude, is this really for me? Like, chairman 10's dope, but I didn't join this company to be a chairman 10. I joined this company to go to the absolute top. And I just wanted to win bad enough. And there was a breakthrough that happened, COVID happened, and we were showing people, I just made a decision. I simply just made a decision that I'm gonna go crazy with this thing. And what I did, because people on my team know this, we were doing one presentation a day at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time every single night. And what I started doing was 3 presentations every day, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock for 2 years. I said, I'm starting over. I'm doing this for another 1,000 days, 3 presentations a day. I just want to get this thing done. We hit chairman 25, boom, cracked it. I went home and I told people this at the event. I went home. Actually, I don't know if I mentioned this or not. Maybe I did, but I went home from the gym and I opened up the fridge and my routine is locked in. It's the exact same every day. So Britt knows I'm coming home. I'm coming for that chicken in the Tupperware. I opened up the fridge and on that chicken was a pregnancy test. And I'm looking at him like, and she's got a camera in my face. I'm like, oh, hell no. It's time. I'm about to have a kid in 9 months. All right. It is game time. This is everything I've been talking about. I'm going to have freedom. I demand freedom in my life when I have children, when I have kids, so I can have freedom with them. So 3, 6, 9 every single day. And we started getting crazy with it. We talked to the leaders, we got them together, and we just started running the play over and over and over. And we ran it until we had we set up a Cancun leadership retreat, and we were running with the team, and anybody that hit a certain rank qualified to come to the leadership retreat. Boom, we cracked chairman 50. We're at the leadership retreat. We're having fun. We're enjoying life. And Alex calls me and he said, next weekend is the chairman 100 meeting in Houston. Can you make it? He said, how far are you away? I said, 1,600 sales, 1,600 customers. He said, can it be done? He was calling me on a Sunday. I had to have this done by Friday if I wanted to book my flight, and I had to be there Saturday morning. And my leaders were around and I'm like, there's no other option. If you want me there, I'm going to be there. I'm going to do whatever it takes. And in that 5 days or whatever that was, we went crazy because in Cancun, we were starting to drink. It was starting to be nighttime. And I said, screw all this. I got in every single team chat that I have, and I just started ripping voice messages. And listen, I'll just tell you this. If you're a beast and you hustle and your team knows that, they're going to rally behind you. They're going to almost get to the point where they want it more for you than they even want it for themselves. They're like, I'm just going to go after this thing and get it done with him. Let's just do it. And so I started ripping voice messages and I said, hey guys, I need a commitment from you. The next 5 days, we're going to go tunnel vision. We're going to go crazy with this thing. And we ran whatever it was, a $50 off promo, and we went crazy. And over that next 5 days, 369, 369, 369, we had packed out calls, live events, everything going on. We went from, we didn't just put in 1,600 sales, we put in over 1,860 something sales. And on Friday, I was walking to the airport, I was in the airport, and it got Alex posted the Chairman 100, and I'm looking at my phone. Listen, I used to party and do a lot of fun stuff back in the day to get you a little bit buzzed, a little bit high. There was no better high than hitting Chairman 100 and watching all the love come through. And it gets to a point where it's not even about money anymore. It's about who can we pull up next. That's what I love about this industry. It's all about grabbing that next person that has that desire, that work ethic, that hustle, that commitment, that won't quit when things get tough. And it's about grabbing them with you and running all the way to the top. And so that's how you go build this thing. It's simple as that. You drive depth and you show people how to hustle. You show them how to work. You do what you say you're going to do. Right? I feel like people don't even keep their words anymore. I have leaders in other companies, leaders that have called me and said, bro, come over here, come to this company, bro. Guess what? I'm like, dude, I'm locked in over here. That's funny that you would even think I would even think about it, because definitely not. This is the gold standard in our industry. This is the #1, and everybody knows it. Those people that called me, they're in another company already. I think they're in like 2 different companies since that call. And I'm like, you guys really think you're going to freaking do this thing? Remember when you called me, you tried to get, and now you're already to the next thing. No, man, I'm committed right here, focused to create as many success stories as possible. I don't care if you're on my team or not. Like Alex said from stage, like Chris said from stage, a rising tide lifts all ships, right? So that's build through, build with, build for. Show them how to hustle, show them how to work 3 to 5 every single day, keeps the job away. And the last thing, guys, I'm just going to say this, I'm going to wrap it up. is a couple announcements real quick. TLX Go Live channel. If you have people that want to see the travel, the best travel platform on the planet, Wes is doing a presentation at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time in 10 minutes, TLX Go Live channel. And then I'm going to share my screen real quick. If you have any questions for me at all and you want to reach out and say what up, here's my Instagram, Joey Wilson _. Okay, you can scroll all the way back. I got in this industry 10 years ago. I told my wife when I got in the industry, I said, I'm going to create this, and it's going to be a timeline to see how this journey goes. And we've literally traveled the world building this business and just having fun and making memories. And like I said, there's nothing else I'd rather do. But even more important than that, if you're not registered, Elevate Orlando. This is our next convention here in the USA. We just left Glendale. I've been in this industry for 10 years, and that was definitely one of the best events I've ever been to in my entire life. And there's a lot of people on this call. There's a lot of people in this company that are really running after this thing and going next level because of that event. And the next one we're building to is Elevate Orlando. Where are you going to be in your business by Elevate Orlando? Where are you going to be? Are you going to go P5? Are you going to go Chairman 10? Are you going to go Chairman 25? Because every single person, we have 6 months. Okay, every top earner in this industry, Chairman 10 or above, can look back to a 90-day sprint that they went on of massive all-out action and focus to get to the chairman levels. Okay, you have 6 months. You have 2 90-day runs you can go on before this event. So what are you going to be walking? Type in the chat what rank you're going to be walking at Elevate Orlando. Okay, and another thing is, imagine it every single day. Focus on it every single day. I am academy.events. I am academy.events. Imagine it for real. Put yourself in the position. There's times I drive to the gym and I'm playing my song, the song that I want to walk stage to, and I'm imagining me walking stage and Monaco calling out my name. Welcome to the stage, brand new Chairman 250, Joey Wilson. My daughter's there, my wife's there, my parents are there. I'm walking across stage, everyone's cheering. I put myself there in my mind, but it's almost like I'm really there, like my emotions. I start tearing up. I'm practicing my speech. And it literally gets to the point where you almost feel like you're actually there. It all starts in the mind. So do that when you're going to the gym or one time a day. Think about that. What goal do you want to hit? Think about that all day long. You possess what you obsess about. Okay, but most importantly, lead from the front and show people how to work. That's all I know. And I'm not the best presenter. I'm not the best trainer. I'm not the best at anything. But I get paid in this company. I get paid in this industry for doing the same presentation over and over and over with heightened enthusiasm and just showing different people and showing people how to work. Can you say hi, Leighton? She has no idea what this is right now. But so I appreciate you guys for hopping on this call. Listen, one team, one dream. If there's chairmans on this call, if you have chairmans in your upline that you want on the Elevate call, I would love to have you guys on here and spit some fire. We got 25 weeks to go after this. And this isn't the Joey Wilson show. That's the last thing I want this to be. I want to bring at that event in Glendale, and I know people can agree with me on this, the speakers at that event blew me away. We have some of the best trainers in the entire industry right here at I Am Mastery Academy. And my goal is to get them on these calls throughout the coming weeks and keep people engaged, keep people fired up and excited and ready to go next level. So with that being said, if you have any questions for me, you can reach out to me on Instagram. Let's get it. I appreciate you guys for getting on the call. That just shows right there that you're plugged in and that you're teachable and coachable. Now let's go take this thing to the next level, guys. I appreciate y'all. Have a good night. Peace.